In today's video, I would like to introduce a very nice problem of Spanish Mathematical Olympiad edition 2009. Here is the following setup. Find all integers x and y. Here is the following equation. We have x squared minus y to the fourth equals 2009. Okay. In fact, this is very nice and straightforward problem. It's not hard problem, but we are going to learn some tricks associated with this problem. Okay. Perhaps I'm not going to give any hints to this problem because it's a very straightforward question. If you would like to give that try to this problem, go ahead, pause this video when we come back to see the full solution. Okay. Now let's get started. Without loss of generality, we have x and y is a solution, and also we have minus x and y is a solution, and we have x and minus y is a solution, and we have minus x minus y is a solution, because we have x squared and y to the fourth, which we are going to consider the negative solutions as well. Okay, we're going to move this y to the fourth to the right hand side of this equation, so we'll have x squared equals y to the fourth plus 2009. Okay, I'm going to put this one as a note. Notice x is strictly inferior than y if x is superior to 0. Okay, and also x is strictly inferior than y if x is strictly inferior than 0. Okay, this one is written on the form of the difference of the squares. I'm going to transfer this one into the product. I will have x minus y squared factor x plus y squared equals 2009. 2009 is also can be written on this form. 7 is multiplied by 287, and also is 41 is multiplied by 49. Okay, I'm going to break this one into different cases. Let's put the case number 1, case number 2, and lastly case number 3. Okay, for the case number 1, I will have x minus y squared equals 1, and the second one will have x squared plus y squared equals 2009. Okay, we cannot say this term is smaller than this term because of minus sign, because we are dealing with the negative numbers as well. But this statement is verified if only if we have positive integers. But I'm going over this direction. At the end, I'm going to generate the solutions. Okay, so we don't have to put all the cases, just I'm going to put only 3 cases is enough. So let's move on to the case number 2. So the second possibility, I will have x minus y squared equals 7, and the second equation, you will have x plus y squared equals 287. The last possibility, I will have x minus y squared equals 41. Consequently, I will have x plus y squared equals 49, like this. Now I'm going through each case by starting with the first one. So this is very simple to calculate this one by adding equation number 1 on equation number 2. Y squared will be eliminated. I will get 2x equals 1 plus 2009, which is 2010. Okay, so this one is giving us 2x equals 2010. Equivalent, x equals 1005. Okay, in order to calculate y, I'm just simply going to use the first equation. So we'll have y squared equals x minus 1. So we'll have y squared equals x minus 1, which is 1005 minus 1, which is 1004. But this one is not perfect square. That's mean this one is a ruled out of this possibility. That's mean this one is not a solution. Let's move on to the second case. In the second case, I'm going to do the same work by adding first one on the second one. I get 2x equals 7 plus 287, which is 294. 294, I get x by dividing both sides by number 2, I will get 147. I'm simply going to insert x into the first equation to extract y. So which means y squared equals x minus 7. I will have 147 minus 7, which is 140. But 140 is also not a perfect square, which means it's not going to be a solution. So let's move on to the last one. Last one, by doing the same job, adding first one and the second one, I get 2x. 41 plus 49, which is 19. In the other word, x equals 45, because dividing both sides by number 2. So by using the first equation, I will get y squared equals x minus 41, which is y squared equals 45 minus 41, which is 4. This one is a perfect square, which means I will have two solutions, y equals minus 2 or 2. Okay, I already found x, so which means x equals 45 and y equals minus 2 as a first solution. The second solution, I will have x equals 45, same value, corresponds with y equals number 2. But remember, we have extra solutions. As I said here before, this one is only if we have x is positive. What about if we have x is negative? Because we have square here. So which means I will have other solutions, which is x equals minus 45 and y equals minus 2. Also, I will have x equals minus 45 and y equals number 2. Okay, as I have mentioned in first assumption, so which means I have 4 solutions here. Now I'm going to clean up this board and move on to the second method. I'm going to use another method which is involving a congruence. Okay, it's very interesting and quicker method which can help us to solve our equation simply. Okay, so we have the following expression, and as I mentioned before, it was 7 is multiplied by 287. So I'm going to reduce this one to mod 7 is a congruent to 0 mod 7, which means equivalent x squared by taking y to the 4th to the other side. I will get x squared is a congruent to y to the 4th mod 7. Okay, I'm going to make the chart where we can have the perfect square. Okay, so in this case we are going to look for the shared perfect square, okay, between x squared and y to the 4th. X, I will have x squared y to the 4th mod 7. Okay, mod 7. Okay, so for x equals 0, I'm going to start with 0. So I'm going to consider just positive integers. At the end of the term we can conclude the negative one as well. Okay, so for this one is giving us 0 0 mod 7. Okay, for x equals 1, this one becomes 1, this one is arithmetically is 1 mod 7. For 2 it becomes 4 mod 7. This one becomes 16. 16 is the same as 2 mod 7 because 16 is 2 number more than 14. Okay, let's check number 3. X equals 3, which is 9. 9 is the same as 2 mod 7 because we have 9 is 2 numbers more than 7. For this one, 3 to the 4th, which is 81. 81 is a 4 mod 7 because 81 is a 4 number more than 77, which is 4 mod 7. Okay, for number 4, I will get x to the 4, which is 16. 16 is the same as 2 mod 7. For the 4 to the 4th, which is 256, as 4 mod 7 because we have 4 number more than 252, which means this one is a congruent to 4 mod 7. Let's check the x equals 5. X equals 5 is giving us 25 here is the same as 1 mod 7, because 25 is 1 more 24. For the correspond y to the fourth, 5 to the fourth, which is 625. 625 is the same as 2 mod 7, because 7 divides 623, which means this one is a congruent to mod 7. Let's check 6, x equals 6, which means 36. 36 is the same as 1 mod 7. 6 to the fourth is giving us 1296, which is a congruent to 1 mod 7. Okay, let's check the last one, 7. This one is a simply 7 square, which is 49. 49 is a congruent to 0 mod 7. So for this one is also 0. Okay, so I'm going to stop here. This one is enough to check where we have shared perfect square. We have 0. This one is going to in this pattern 0 1 4 2 1 0. We have 0 1 2 4 2 1 0. Okay, so this one it was going up when you get 4 and start coming down. Okay, which means 0 1 and 2 and 4 are only perfect square mod 7. So I'm going to look for the shared points. So we have 0 and 1 2 4 all are shared 1. Okay, 0 1 and 2 and 4 are only perfect square mod 7 for both x square and y to the fourth. Okay, so I'm going to go through all of this. Is clearly 0 doesn't work, because 0 is giving us 0 0, which is 2009, which is not verifying this equation. So if I'm going to check 1 is also not verifying this equation, because we have 1 minus 1 0, which is 2009, is not verifying this equation. So I'm going to check y equals 4. Okay, then y equals 2. So why I'm starting with y to the fourth, not x to the 2, because y to the fourth is more powerful. For example, y to the fourth can be divisible by 16. It doesn't mean x squared can be divisible by 16, because this one is bigger than this one. If 16 divides this one, doesn't mean 16 divides this one. But if 16 divides this one, this is arithmetically is going to divide this one. Okay, by checking y equals fourth is giving us x squared minus 4 to the fourth, which is equals 2009. X squared equals 2009 plus 256. Okay, is giving us 2065. Okay, but this one is not perfect square. Okay, so I'm going to check x, I'm going to check y equals 2. So x equals 2, which means if you are going to reduce the divisor of this one, 4 is taking you back to 2, because 4 is a multiple of 2. Okay, so now this one is telling us x squared minus to the fourth, because I'm plugging this one into the original equation, is equals 2009, which means x squared equals 2009 plus 16 is giving us 2025. 2025 is a perfect square. Okay, if I'm going to apply the square root on both sides, I will have x equals 45 or x equals minus 45, which are the solutions that we found before. Okay, so just make the solutions on this form, considering the negative solutions, as well as, because since we found this one, it corresponds y equals 2, you can also conclude minus 2 is a solution, because we have y to the fourth here. Okay, so I have done with this problem. If you are interested in watching this one, don't forget to support us with your like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I will see you in next video. Bye.